Looks like it's time for some more Mixels. These, from Series 8, are the first representatives of the MCFD, the Mixopolis City Fire Department. This first one is Splasho, who's obviously based upon an older style of fire hydrant. He has a big output valve which is open and water is coming out of it. It's his mouth. I like what they did with the car fender pieces there on the sides. He's also got just the tiniest little bucket, which is kind of cute in a way because he's got all this water coming out and he's got this tiny little bucket that's almost like a thimble. I like the overall design of this thing, and I like the round red piece used on the top. I guess just the shaping of everything. The eyes here are very easy to reconfigure to make the expression look very different. You can kind of go half and half like this. This almost looks like despair, or at least sadness. And like this, it looks quite angry, which is quite very different. I think he might be angry because he's not able to bring his arms down ever. And if he's holding a bucket out, that's gotta get really tiring. Very quickly. Yeah, the arms do not go down any farther than this. They're just stopped by these side curved pieces. The arms go up. They can bend forward. He actually has elbows. That's good. Bring that forward. Bring that forward. Got an extra hand over on this side as well. Looks pretty good, but I do wish that the arms could come down a bit more. Not necessarily all the way, but just a little bit more. The feet here are able to move forward and back decently well, better than on most of them. They go all the way out to the sides and you can rotate them around. So you have pretty good posability on this thing overall, except for just the little limitation on bringing the arms down, and looks respectable from the back. Would have been nice to have some inverted tiles used on the back there just to make it look a little bit more consistently smooth all the way around. But overall, I like the build of this thing, and it has good personality, good posing, a good look from a distance. Here is Hydro. Not the most original name, but an interesting design as a kind of a ladder truck with the ladder section actually made into the neck, and then this is kind of the bucket or remote monitor area up at the top. Once again, this one, like the last, has only up and down motion for the upper arms. This one's actually able to bring the arms down further though and bring them up. Got the nozzles on the ends of that. You could also switch those out if you want to take the water spouts and actually put them up here. Pretend that it's got water monitors up on the top. That makes sense as well. Got some lights up here. These eyes are great because you can turn them up, you can turn them around, you can turn them backwards. You can do all kinds of things with these eyes. I really like these pieces. You can bring this down to kind of make it look like he's closing up his mouth a bit, or even give him a little bit of overbite. Can't quite, there we go. Underbite. That's a funny look as well. It's got wheels, but they don't really come into contact with the ground. The tires don't. And once again, the legs, similar setup with the legs, except the arrangement of these not quite as far forward and back that you can go. You can still twist them around, you can still bring them out to the sides. But yeah, this works out pretty well. It really looks like it's trying to be a transforming thing though. Like maybe if you got two of these, or if you combine this with something else, you'd be able to make it into more of a traditional style of fire truck. But there's no official setup for doing just that. Now, Hydro is the member of the MCFD, at least the first release, to include a Mixel with an N. And this one appears to be on fire. Must be pretty enraged about that. Either the fire is coming from just being so mad that it catches on fire spontaneously, or the Mixels are just messing up and catching things on fire accidentally, and the Mixel itself has then caught on fire and actually may need some help from some of the MCFD members. This last one's Aquad. Aquad. Aqua with a D at the end of it. It's awkward. Aquad. Clever, kind of. It's a plane. It's a firefighting plane with wings for arms, so those can be brought up and down. You kind of fold it in. He's got a funny looking face, the Cyclops eye design there. The entire, I guess you could consider this to be the entire upper body. His probably doesn't stand on or hold on there too well, but the upper body and the head is all kind of one together. You can rotate that all around, open and close it, you know, get some chomping action there, looking off to the side. Kind of reminds me of a horse in a way, with the snout and the teeth up towards the front. Legs are floats or skids, depending upon what you want to do. You can set them out like this if you want to. That's actually kind of a cool look. Makes it look a little bit more like a plane that way. Makes it look a little bit more like it's trying to be humanoid this way, maybe, I'm not sure. Tanker plane has its water tanks off to the side. The tail is actually hinged because this one has an action feature that really works. You open this up, water comes out. Here you get a couple of those Translite blue studs that I was mentioning. So it just has this actual tank area here. However, that is not covered up from the front. So if you have those studs in there, and you want to kind of swoosh this thing around and play with it, those studs will come falling out. Just a little warning about that. But it's, yeah, awkward, but interesting. Different. I appreciate their attempt to do something different. Makes me want to see a helicopter done in this theme. Out of these three, I would say Splasho is my personal favorite. I like how much posing you can do with it. Hydro is probably my least favorite, and Aquad is closer to most favorite than least favorite. I do appreciate, again, just, you know, how different it is in how they designed it. But let me know what you think. What do you think about this tribe so far? Do you want to see more of these? I definitely want to see more from this tribe, see what else they could come up with. And do you have a favorite? Or do you want to rank up what your favorites are from most favorites to least? There are only three, so it's easy to do, but leave your thoughts in a comment. Thank you very much for watching. I appreciate your time and hope to have a chance to talk to you again very soon in my next video.